Hi, my name is Francesco Lapenta, as you might know, and I'm going to be one of your teachers in this course, and it is only appropriate for me to do it in a video. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, so I'm going to spend a few minutes just to describe the three classes that I'm going to teach this semester in the course. I think Niels has already introduced the general aim of the course, and so I will just go directly to describe the three sections that I will cover. Now it is only appropriate that I do this in a video because as you might know from the program, one of the classes will really be all about the production of the video. That is one of the tasks that you have to accomplish in this course. Now I call this video a video essay. Why do I call it a video essay? Why do we call it a video essay? Is because I believe that the university is lagging behind in the use of multimedia. As you certainly know, and probably many of you could be directly active in participating in communities like YouTube, and of course all of you, I'm sure, are using Facebook. Well, as you know, it is very common now to kind of interact, participate, and communicate with photographs and videos. So although this is very common now, it is still kind of a relatively unestablished practice in the academia. So what we will really try to do in this course, and specifically what I'm going to do in one of my three classes, is going to kind of introduce you to the theoretical and methodological frameworks that inform the way in which you can produce what I call a video essay. A video essay is maybe can be seen as an hybrid between two genres. On one side is the documentary genre, and on the other side there is the essay as you are certainly used to produce for your academic work. So it is a production of a multimedia kind of material informed by principles, theories and methods that are normally used to produce an essay. So it's an interaction between one genre, which is your essay, and another one, which is a documentary genre, kind of a documentary genre. So I'm going to spend one class in which I'm going to show you documentaries that have been made, or visual essays that have been made by, well, basically students like you, many of them first year students, and I'm going to describe how you can produce one of these documentaries. There's two sides to this production of the documentary. One side is relatively easy, and it's basically that of the actual production of the documentary. We don't expect you to produce Hollywood quality documentaries. The focus will all be on the method and theory. And the other one is exactly this development of the theory. How do you envision, how do you translate into multimedia, visual, multimedia, audiovisual content, ideas that are normally written in an academic style. So this is one of the classes. I'm going to guide you through some examples and give you some directions on how to implement these specific guidelines and how to produce a visual essay. Another class will be about what I call audiovisuality in the era of digital convergence. It's somewhat related to the visual essay, but it is actually dealing with the idea of performativity and the use of audiovisuals in different media contexts. Now, the easiest way to frame this is, I'm sure that you're used to use Facebook. Now, if you think about Facebook, it's kind of interesting, because in Facebook, what you normally do you commonly use three common media. Of course, you have text. You have plenty of images of parties with friends or travels or whatever. And you have also videos, either videos that you repost from other websites or video of your own. Now, what is interesting about this is, first of all, how active you have become in producing and distributing this kind of multimedia content. But what is also interesting is how you can think, for example, about Facebook as a form of identity script, because I'm sure that you do know that on Facebook you're very selective about what you put on Facebook, or at least I hope you are. And the reason why you're very selective is because you're aware that what you put on Facebook connotes you, creates a certain perception of you with your group of peers, with your friends on Facebook. So there's this process of selection in which you're performing identity, in which you are putting a picture of your nice holidays, and the part of it is to inform your friends about what you're doing, but another part is to construct yourself. There's always this kind of careful selection of items or references or text that all together contribute to how you want to describe your digital persona. It's becoming a very common part for us to have to do that, to have to perform our virtual identity online. And there's a performativity dimension to it. It is a performance. We are all becoming actors of our own identity. So this is another class. Then the last one is dealing with a very recent shift. It's until a few years ago, we were basically just, a little bit like you're doing right now. You would normally just look at the screen. Now what is happening is that we have started to interact with the screen, and I guess a good number of you have bought an iPhone recently. So for the ones of you that have an iPhone, you know how much the experience of the screen has been changing lately. We interact with things on the screen in a very different way. So there is also a range of studies now that are developing, and they're observing the ways in which we are interacting with the machine, the ways in which we're interacting with the computer, but also the ways in which we can explore this multimodal, multimedia dimension of new media. So how can we explore the dimensions that link what we used to think of as a physical experience and what we used to think of as kind of an image to look at that now has become somewhat physical. So there's this kind of involvement of the senses, it's expanding involvement of the senses. So that is what we're going to look in the third class. So I don't want to take more time. I hope to see you all in class, and we'll discuss more of this. And now I give back the stage to Niels, who's probably going to describe a little bit more details about the class. So see you in class soon. Bye.